Thanks for stopping by the Hungry Popper. So today, I thought it would be a good thing to do a video, or actually going to do two videos. One on one of the most popular searches for food on YouTube, which is Buttermilk Biscuits, and the other one to follow this one will be sausage gravy. So we're going to try to dispel any myths or whatever, try and answer your questions, and hopefully we will turn out a good product for you. So let's get started. By the way, thanks again for stopping by. You will get a lot out of this, I promise. I have a little bit different method of cutting in the fat, so let's get to it. So I'm just going to make a half a batch, and this recipe is out of the Betty Crocker cookbook. I've been using this cookbook for like 25 or 30 years. So
oh my God!
These biscuits are good. And we're going to make a half a batch here this afternoon. And what I'm going to do differently, instead of cutting the fat into the flour with a pastry cutter, I have a frozen stick of butter and a grater, and I tried it to see. And I'm going to do it on the back side, which is a smaller, of a finer grate than the front side. So you get yourself a box. If you don't have a box grater, get yourself a box grater, or if you've got a food processor, go ahead and use that. This doesn't seem like enough butter, so let's put just a hair more than a half a stick. There we go. I think we're good. So thing here, let's grab another mixing bowl there, guys, because I forgot something here. So I have a cup of flour right here, a cup of all-purpose flour, and we're going to put that right in there. And I have a teaspoon of salt. We're going to put that right in there. I have a teaspoon and a half of baking powder, and I have a tablespoon of sugar. That's just to help them brown just a little bit in the oven. So grab us a little whisk right here, and just going to mix that up like that. Just make it real easy. And you know what, too, if your schedule doesn't allow time for making biscuits, I'm not going to hold nothing against you if you buy a can of biscuits, or buy the already made kind that are frozen in the freezer section. I've got some in the freezer in there right now and they're really good biscuits. But I figured y'all needed to know how to make biscuits. So let me grab a fork. And let's mix this grated butter into it right here. So let's okay. So let's get this mixed in here real good. See if this here how it works. We're going to make some. These are for the next video to come, which is sausage gravy. So yeah, this here is working out pretty good. And the whole idea is to get you to making. And I understand you're not probably going to make biscuits on a work day or a school day or even on a Sunday morning before church or whatever. But I also know that after you get the hang of making biscuits, there's really nothing like homemade biscuits. that in the sink. Get rid of the grater. And need that. So if you don't have a biscuit cutter at the farm store just up the street, we have quite an extensive kitchen section, and I bought the other day these 3 cutters for $3.50 something like that. I'm not exactly sure what I paid for it. Wasn't too worried about it. So okay, so we've got everything put into our flour and our fat put into our flour, and we have buttermilk. So I'm not going to add all this just quite yet. We're going to try and get this mixed up before. Now that is now the whole recipe. Is 3/4 of a cup of milk, so that's like 3/8 right there. We'll see if that does the trick here. I think the whole thing I had to go in there was 3/8, and it looks pretty dry. So we're gonna put just a hair more. And by the way, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you taking the time to stop in and see what we're up to here. I really do appreciate that. So we're going to put it all in there and see if we can get this mixed together here. There we go. That's looking more like it should. There we go. So now we need some flour. So let's put that there. A little flour on your work surface, and a little flour on your hands so that it doesn't all stick. There we go. There's that. Now, I have the oven heating up over there, so we're going to be ready to bake these here biscuits. And I'm just, like I say, I'm just making half a batch just to be able to show you what's what here. So, because like I say, the next video is gravy, and we kind of need to know. So I'll tell you what, let's put a little flour on our batch of biscuits here, and you should feel how tender that is. That is really tender. So I'm not going to bother with the rolling pin. I'm just going to kind of pat them out to about the proper thickness. And we're going to do this here. We're going to get some flour on there, and we are going to just cut those like so and put them right there. But there's 4 biscuits, and we'll just put this little guy on there. Might as well put him on there and bake him up too. So that makes, so if there's 2 of you, a half a batch, and you can make them a little smaller if you want. See, a half a batch of biscuits will do you, really. So there's that. But you saw how easy that is. I mean, it is really easy, guys. It's not bad at all. And granted, I had stuff sitting out here ready to go, but I am looking for my towel. These are like the thin kind of dish towels. So I thought we needed a change. That's why I got those. So we don't need any more flour. At least not until we get to making gravy. So those are still clean. And we'll put this out of the way over here. And we're at 350. We're looking for 400, so we're almost ready. All right, guys, thanks for stopping back. So, got the biscuits out of the oven. Now, one thing I did not tell you, and I should have, I apologize. When you put butter in there only instead of Crisco or whatever, they tend to spread out a little more. So, like this one, they're still good eating, but they tend to spread a little bit. So I'm just going to try one here for you, and we'll go from there. So look at there. I haven't made a biscuit in a long time. Little strawberry jam. Oh, simply fruit. That is good, right? That ain't, well, yeah. It's very good for you. Very good tasting. So, door open, you might hear the furnace. Come on. Anyway, here's our biscuits for our gravy. I'm gonna make gravy in the next video, so stay tuned, y'all. It's gonna be good. I promise you, it's gonna be good, and we'll enjoy this. So these biscuits are good. I showed you an easy way to make them where you don't have to cut the shortening or the. You can do shortening that way too. You can get the shortening in the sticks, freeze that, and cut off what you need, and just grate that in there and mix it up with a fork. You're done. That's the easiest part about it. So. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe if I've met a need or entertained you in some way. I appreciate that. So up next will be sausage gravy. I have the sausage right here thawing out, and we'll get that fired up for you and get it all put together for you. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. We'll see you again. If I've met a need for you, please consider like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.